morning everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Can't Buy Me Love and You Can't Do That, which are both singles A and B side. I think these are the only singles that were released after With the Beatles and before A Hard Day's Night. So if I'm wrong on that, let me know and I'll do the other singles that I need to do before I can move on to A Hard Day's Night.
However,
let's do some fun facts about Can't Buy Me Love and You Can't Do That. So Can't Buy Me Love was released in 1964. It was written by Paul McCartney but also credited Lennon-McCartney. And the main idea of the song is that money doesn't actually equal real love. Like, you can't buy love. And it was actually a #1 hit in the US before the single was officially dropped, which is insane, especially for the time. It's kind of tied to Beatlemania when it was at its peak. You Can't Do That was the B-side and also released obviously in 1964. It was written mainly by John Lennon, and the main idea of the song is based around jealousy and boundaries that are placed in a relationship. And it kind of shows off a more edgier, aggressive tone. And I feel like John's kind of getting into that a little bit more because it was one of the songs in With the Beatles that I was like, I think it was the final song, his sharp, raspy vocals, and he's kind of figuring out his style a little bit more. So I feel like I'm going to prefer the second one. I just got it in my head. I don't know. I might be wrong. So Paul McCartney actually sings lead vocals on both of the songs. Lennon is doing strong backing vocals on You Can't Do That. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Go.
I know this one. No, I know this one. No, I It's funny that they're talking about like, oh, money can't buy me love, but it's such an upbeat song. It's almost giving a more playful vibe to kind of serious subject, because a lot, like, it happens with a lot of people where the guy or the girl tries to swoon the other person with money. You can't love someone just for money. I mean, some people try to, but it doesn't really work. So they're trying to explain, but it's just like, it's just ironic how it's put in a fun kind of way. You'd think it'd be more of a serious tone, but it's not. But no, I've definitely heard the song. I don't think I've heard it all the way through before, but I've definitely heard like the start of it. Let me love. I've definitely heard that bit.
Love me too. I may not have a lot to give, what I got I'll give to you.
I have a lot to give.
I don't care too much for money. The money can buy me love, can buy me love. Everybody loves me so, can buy me love. No, 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 no. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want the kind of things the money just can't buy. I don't care to.
Again, they got it right. Paul's voice of this song, Paul is always best at these kinds of upbeat, fast songs.
Much for money, money can buy me love.
Satisfied.
Tell me that you want the kind of things that money just can't buy. I don't care much for money. Money can buy me love.
It's so catchy. It's so catchy. You can just straight up pick it up, bang, bang, bang. Like I know what's coming next. I know what to expect. Even though I kind of didn't on a few of those, because I was like, oh, let's try harmonise, and they didn't go into the harmonising bit. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to.
Yeah, no, I I feel like I can't give a complete raw reaction to it because I've definitely heard it before. And I'm excited to kind of see the B-side because they said it was kind of an edgier, darker almost tone. And that's like the complete opposite to this one. So if it can kind of balance correctly, it's like the upbeat to the light to the shade, which I was saying before, light to the shade, that can, I don't know, it might be something amazing. So let's get on with the next one.
Oh, I like that.
I got something to say that might cause you pain. If I catch you talking to that boy again, I'm gonna let you down.
Oh, this is different. Yeah.
Because I told you before, oh, you can't do
that. Yeah, boy, yeah. Yeah, that's different. That's definitely giving like 50s, 60s kind of rock and roll-y vibes. I like it. I remember someone commenting in the last video. I don't remember who it was, but someone commented about how they kind of brought the whole like rock and roll era back to life. See, it's kind of hard for me to think about that because obviously I wasn't born in that era. I wasn't around at that time. So it's kind of hard to fully grasp the concept of how much they changed the music industry. But I almost wish I was born at that time.
Time I caught you talking to him. Do I have to tell you one more time? I think it's a sin. I think I let you down. Let you down, leave you flat. Gonna let you down, leave you flat. Because I told you before, oh, you can't do that. Everybody's green.
Let's shake the bomb.
Cause I'm the one who won your love.
Oh!
See.
Oh,
You're
mate.
talking that way, they laugh in my face. So please listen to me if you wanna stay mine.
Nah, I need to go back.
Cause I'm the one who won your love. But if they'd see you're talking that way, they laugh in my face. So please listen to me if you wanna stay mine.
It was that! It's the way he like went down. I need to go back again. I can't remember exactly where I was.
Everybody's green. Cause I'm the one who won your love. But if they'd see you're talking
Oh, I like that.
they laugh in my face. So please listen to
That
me
bit on
if
its
you
own.
wanna stay mine.
That bit on its own was like, I don't know, I find it better than the actual chorus. I like the chorus, don't get me wrong, but it's always that bit. They're so, you can't be too quick to judge because you don't know where they're going to go with the songs. They always end up changing it up.
And help my feelings
just
I
stop.
go out of my mind. I'm gonna let you down. Leave you flat. Gonna let you down and leave you flat. Because I told you before, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I like the screaming works in there.
You can't do that. You can't do Everybody's green.
I just want to like,
Cause I'm the one who won your love. But if they see you talking that way, they laugh in my face. So please listen to me if you wanna stay mine. I can't help my feelings, I go out of my mind. I go and let you down. Let you down, you flat. Gonna let you down and leave you flat. Because I told you before, oh, you can't
see that bit.
You know what? My intuition is always correct. I literally knew. I just need to like put my legs up, have a little conversation.
I literally knew that I would prefer the second one. My intuition, it knows.
And then Lennon's vocals in the background, making it a bit more raspy, a bit more like, I love that. I'm not sure if it was Paul screaming, I think it was. Honestly, I think they must have been known for their screams, because I just want to like literally scream my head off. I just want to like scream the house down. That song was a very like, I want to scream! I want to scream! Do you know what I mean? I want to scream! My face is probably going bright red. I want to scream! Like an absolute nutter sat in the corner screaming to myself, oops. Oops, but that's just what they do to me. I want to rate these ones. I think the first one, I'm going to give it a 6.5, but that's just my preference. I think the second one, I'm going to give 8.5. The second one was just a bit more quirky, it was a bit different, and I like that in a song. I like it when it's different. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling, as I seem to do in every single video. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. If there's any singles I need to listen to before I move on to a hard day's night, let me know. And I'm also thinking of doing some other artists in between the Beatles. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.